So, there's been a little bit of a trend on my channel recently, and that's using underrated guns. I did 3 in one video, but I think that that was a little bit too much. So we're gonna try one that I have not mentioned at all on this kind of series of the channel, and that is the FAL. This gun is extremely good and performs extremely well. So I wanted to give it a quick mention, as I mean this gun just kind of shreds, and I'll give you guys an example. Also, I'm just getting over like losing my voice, so if my voice cracks or if I sound like Steve-O, I apologize. But for now, it's what we're gonna have to deal with. I'm hoping to get it back here soon, but it's still kind of gone. Even though I'm talking and I'm doing okay for the most part, it is still gone. So hopefully I recover that from that soon. But I did want to make a video on the FAL just because I think the FAL is such a good gun. And if I didn't make a video on the FAL, I would feel bad because it's kind of being neglected in this underrated series I have going on the video. I don't even really know why I've been going hard on it, but I actually enjoy using some of the underrated guns. I think that using them is a lot more fun than using the guns that are proven to work, because those guns have been proven. These guns are just kind of figuring their way into the rotation. I think it's like watching college sports versus professional sports. They're like college sports guys, they're on their way to being a pro, but the guys in the professionals are already there, so it's just not as entertaining to watch. Now, with all that said, there is two problems I have with the FAL. The first problem is that the recoil is fairly high. It's not awful if you can learn to control it, but it is pretty bad. Whoa, what the fuck? The other problem I have with it is it has no suppressor, so the muzzle blast is fairly large. Am I tripping? I was indeed tripping. So the muzzle blast is a little bit large, and it's kind of hard to see when shooting it, but those are the only problems I have with this gun. I'll check the stats in just a second because I didn't check those, but when using it, whatever the stats are, I don't even really think that it matters too much. Again, I did mention it's high recoil, and right there was a moment where the high recoil didn't really save me. But it is a solid gun, especially on closer maps where you're not worried about that distance, which is when the recoil gets super high. So overall, I think that this gun is probably one of the best not one of the best underrated guns, but certainly another underrated gun that I need to mention, because this gun it can shred. It absolutely does shred in certain situations. You just have to figure out those situations so you know, Jesus Christ, my voice. So you know when to use it and when not to use it. Sometimes I do enjoy going and indulging in the semi-auto because sometimes the recoil is so high. But despite that, this gun is a solid option. The FAL is a really solid gun for anything that you want to do. It's not really a solid open world gun, but it is a solid PvP gun if you want to just dive into PvP and you're like, I want a gun that is different from all the other guns. FAL is there. Change my grip on this gun, so hopefully yeah, what's up, Derpy? Hopefully that did change some stuff up. What the fuck just happened there? Okay, that made that slightly better. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Shout out Derpy Sus Real, bro. You a real one. I really hope that changing my grip might fix my recoil problem, but I don't think it did. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of grips in this game, I don't know that they do much. I don't even know where I just fucking died from. But, like I was saying, I don't think that some grips in this game are really as useful as... I think the recoil pattern is a little bit misleading, which does suck, because obviously you want the best recoil, but if you can't tell what the best recoil is, then how do you know? Damn, that's crazy. I thought my teammate was gonna get him there. But once again, I thought that changing the grip might change something about the gun. I was wrong. I don't really think it did much unless I'm just using the wrong grip. I'm gonna play around with a couple more. I don't know if I actually have time for that, but I do want to use this gun a little bit more just to see and play around with the grip a little bit. Anybody else see that? Am I the only one tripping on that? Because I'm pretty sure he just ate a 308 round to the face. So instead of the 30 round mags, I decided to slap on the 20 round mags to see what difference it makes in the ammo count. With the 30 round mags, you get 61 total bullets, but with the 20 round mags, you get 101 total bullets. So, in all honesty, I don't know which one to run because 20 rounds for a fast firing gun like this is not a lot. As you can see there, I just ran out and I need more bullets. But with the 30 rounders, you also lose 40 rounds. So it's like, what's even the point? Okay, I don't really know what was going on there. But I mean, seriously, like I'm looking at this going, if you run the 30 round mags, you lose out on 40 rounds, but the only trade-off is that you don't have to reload as often. Well, it's kind of, I don't know, to me it's kind of stupid. I think that if you're running the 30 round mags, you should have at least 3 magazines and make it so that if you're running 30 round mags, you get 91 rounds with 1 in the chamber. But if you're running the 20 round mags, you should make it 120 rounds. That way, you still lose out on 30 rounds, but it's not like you're sacrificing every single round just because you're running the 30 round mags. 61 rounds is like very little in PvP in this game. So I think the devs should add at least 1 more magazine to the FAL's stockpile when it comes to the 30 rounders. Just because it's really hard to run 61 rounds in a PvP in a 5v5 match. You know, it just, I don't know. You kind of, it almost has to be like 10 rounds per person. And while, I mean, that's doable, obviously, it's just not realistic. I don't know. People are going to miss shots, and if they run the 30 round mags, then they better hope damn well that they're hitting every single shot. Otherwise, you know, obviously there's a problem. I think that having the higher round count option, but also having another higher round count option is perfectly fine, but 60 rounds is just absolutely absurd for a gun with this fire rate, and with, I mean, the amount of bullets it takes to kill somebody sometimes. I really don't know what my teammate was doing there. But like here, I have 14 rounds in my magazine. I genuinely do not think... Okay, I did get a kill with it. I was about to say I didn't think I was going to get a kill with 15 or 14 rounds, but I did. So I can't be saying all that. But still, it's like I don't even really know why that would even be a thing in the first place. 60 rounds for a gun is nuts. That's all I got for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this kind of video, I know I'm kind of doing along this line for the last couple of videos. If you guys enjoy it, leave a comment, hit the like button, show the video some love. I will never ask you guys to subscribe. So you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but if you do, it's greatly appreciated. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next video.